Today we're going to talk about decomposition reactions. Now, decomposition is when you break apart one molecule into multiple parts. So the easiest explanation of that is compound AB will split apart into element A plus element B. Okay, so we're going to go through 6 different types of decomp. The first kind is going to be binary, which is what I have at the top here. Okay, when 2 elements break apart. Okay, now this is the exact opposite of our synthesis type 1. Okay, so I have, just like at the top, AB breaks into element A plus element B. Okay, our second type we're going to have a metal carbonate. Metal carbonate. So metal carbonate is going to decompose into a metal oxide plus carbon dioxide. Okay, so a metal carbonate, CO3, is going to decompose into a metal oxide plus carbon dioxide. Okay, our third type, we're going to have a metal bicarbonate. Okay, that is going to split into a metal oxide plus carbon dioxide plus water. So we've got our some type of metal, hydrogen carbonate, decomposes into a metal oxide plus carbon dioxide plus water. Okay. Our next type we're going to do is a metal hydroxide. Our metal hydroxide will break into a metal oxide plus water. Kind of see how the trend is going there, how we're breaking this into separate pieces here. Our metal hydroxide, OH, decomposes into metal oxide plus water. And hopefully you notice this is the exact opposite of synthesis type 2. Okay. Our fifth kind is a metal chlorate. Okay, our metal chlorate is going to decompose into a metal chloride plus oxygen. So a metal ClO3 decompose into a metal chloride plus oxygen. And our last type is going to be a polyatomic acid, or oxy acid, will decompose into a non-metal oxide plus water. So some type of acid, okay, decomposes into a non-metal oxide plus water. And this is the exact opposite of synthesis type 3. Okay, so 3 of these you've already done. We're just doing them backwards now. So let me go through an example of each, and hopefully it'll help make a little bit more sense. So we're going to type 1. We're going to decompose calcium oxide. Well, this is just a binary. This is oxide, means two elements, so this is going to decompose into calcium plus oxygen. Okay, so calcium oxide, calcium is +2, oxygen is -2, put them together, I get CaO. Decomposes into calcium plus oxygen diatomic. We need to go through and balance this. This is going to be 2 of those and 2 of those and 1 oxygen. Okay, our second type is going to be a metal carbonate. So we're going to do sodium carbonate. And a metal carbonate is going to decompose into a metal oxide, sodium oxide, plus carbon dioxide. Alright, so you need to know all of your ionic rules here. So sodium +1, carbonate, CO3 with a -2 charge, so I get Na2CO3. Decomposes into sodium oxide. Sodium is +1, oxygen is -2, so Na2O, and that's going to give me carbon dioxide. So I'm going to balance this, and actually it's already balanced, so we're good to go. All right, now let's look at type 3. It's a metal bicarbonate. We're going to do potassium bicarbonate. All right, that decomposes into a metal oxide, potassium oxide. Have to kind of stack these to make everything fit. And carbon dioxide plus water. Okay, so potassium bicarbonate. Potassium is a +1, bicarbonate, HCO3 with a -1 to give me KHCO3. Decomposes into potassium oxide. Potassium is +1, oxygen -2, give me K2O. Plus carbon dioxide plus water. And to balance that, I'm going to have 2 carbon dioxides and 2 potassium bicarbonates, and that should be it. Alright, next type, the opposite of synthesis type 2, is metal hydroxide. So we're going to do sodium hydroxide. And a metal hydroxide is going to decompose into a metal oxide. So I got sodium oxide plus water. All right, so my sodium hydroxide, sodium is +1, hydroxide is -1, put them together, NaOH. Yields sodium oxide, sodium is +1, oxygen is -2, put them together to get Na2O plus water. Alright, and I need 2 sodium hydroxides, and that should be all. Alright, type 5, we're going to have calcium metal chlorate. Calcium chlorate. Now a metal chlorate turns into a metal chloride, so calcium chloride plus oxygen. Calcium chlorate. Calcium is a +2. Chlorate, ClO3 -1. Put them together. CaClO3 2 yields calcium oxide. Calcium is a +2. Chloride means chlorine. Chlorine is a -1, so CaCl2. And oxygen is diatomic, so O2. Now, when you go through and balance this one, you need to make sure that you distribute this too. So it means you have 2 chlorines and you have 6 oxygens. So to balance this, all we actually need are 3 oxygen molecules. Excuse me, 3 oxygen molecules. All right. And the last type is going to be a polyatomic acid. So we're going to do sulfurous acid. Decomposes into a non-metal oxide plus water. Now, for these, just like synthesis type 3, it's a little easier to work backwards. So do the formulas first. Sulfurous means sulfite. So sulfite is SO3 with a -2 charge. All acids have a hydrogen, so I get H2SO3. And it makes a nonmetal oxide and water. So all you're going to do is take away the H2 and one of the O's here. And that leaves you with SO2. And SO2 is called sulfur dioxide. So if you kind of work backwards, it's a little easier to figure out that formula, okay? But all you do is just subtract each one of your 2 hydrogen and oxygen, and what you're left over with is going to be that non-metal oxide. And that's about it. That covers the 6 types of decomp that we're going to talk about in this class. Next class, we're going to talk about single replacement reactions. So until then, work together, help each other, and make the world a better place. See ya.